Right guys, StatikGraphic here, bringing you my first official tutorial. This tutorial is going to be on tips and tricks on making a 2D intro in Adobe After Effects. First we need to open a new composition, go to preset and go to HDV/HDTV 720 29.97. It'll be the width 1280 by 1280 width, and height will be 720, and the frame rate will be 29.97. You can make it more, but that will just slow down the render time. Set the duration for 10 seconds because you don't really want a lengthy intro because it does get a bit tedious and boring. I'm just going to drag this down, make it easier. Next you want to right click new solid. Just make a plain light-ish background if you really want to. Make mine a grey. You can just copy that, the RGB code if you want, 2B, 2B, 2B. Click OK, make sure it's the same width and height. There you go. Then you need to, let me just go fit up to 100%. The first little thing I'm going to show you is the little jewelry line thing in the video. If I just show you quickly. So, nope, that's not the right one. So if you see this, when it decides to open, how to make that little drawing inline thing. So what you do, you need to open up Adobe Photoshop. Well, this is the easy way I do it anyway. I find it the easiest way, should I say. Get that open, open file, new, and make it 1280 by 720 in pixels. Then you want to make a new layer, double click that layer. In this layer you're going to want to make it black, and then above you're going to want to get the elliptical marquee tool, get your rulers, which you can obtain by pressing Ctrl R, make it so they go center. Don't think that's center. Here it is. Just put that back to where it was. You want to get the elliptical marquee, hold Shift and Alt and drag from the middle of the rulers. It should automatically clip into place. Then you want to get the white tool back, the white color paint tool, and then paint a circle on a new layer. Then go to select, modify, contract it by about 4, then press delete, and it leaves you with this nice line. Then you just want to get rid of the background, make a new layer, get rid of the background, file, save as, save it as a PNG and just save it like white circle. Save it to my desktop so it's easy to get to. Then you want to go in After Effects, go on Project, double click in the project window, open the white circle, click and drag onto your composition, and you've got a nice white circle. It won't be doing anything obviously, but then from here, go over here, Effects and Presets, and then search if it wants to load, then search, or you can just go up to here, which would be actually easier. Click on the white circle, Effect, Transition, and go to Radial Wipe. And if you increase it here, you can see that it does like a little draw on effect. So if you go from here, click the little stopwatch, which will set a keyframe from 0 seconds, go all the way to 1 second, go up here and use these two here, which is next frame and before frame, and make sure it goes to 1 second, drag that all the way down to 0, and it will give you a nice draw on effect. As you see there, you can make it longer if you go to this little down arrow, Effects, Radial Wipe, and it's just here. You just drag this, go to 2 seconds if you want. So then you just do RAM preview, and then it does it a lot slower. If you want that kind of effect, then yeah, but normally you'd want it around 1 second. And then if you wanted to fill in this circle, you could press Ctrl R on here, which will get the rulers out again. Try and make it center. It ain't gonna matter if you're not, because you can move it about. But then you go to the ellipse tool, click and drag, and then hold Shift and Alt. No. Shift, Control, and Alt, and it will make this circle and make sure it stays center. Then use your arrow keys to move it up and drag it below the white circle. You can change this to any colour you want, make it a nice blue colour. For this then, sorry about that, and then you can also go onto this, go to Effects, Transition, Linear White this time, so it kind of does that sort of thing. Set it to whichever angle you want, so if I want to set it from here, and then you want to put it a few seconds after the circle draws in, so go to 110, put it all the way to 100, keyframe it, go another second, so go to 210, and then drag it all the way down to 0. So then you get this little effect. If I just delete these rulers, which is a really nice effect, because then you can make that circle, and then you could have, say like in the video I showed you, where it goes blue, then it goes red upwards, orange that way, and then green that way. So you could do them sort of things. And like if you wanted to make text like appear, just go to the text layer. I'm just going to put in example. So you like do that, size it to the way you want. Then you could go to transitions again. Transitions is the main thing that people use in their 2D intros. You could do grid wipe, so it does that sort of effect. So if you wanted it to come in a few seconds after the blue finished, so go to about here, again click the stopwatch, so it sets a keyframe, go forward 10-15 seconds, drag it all the way down to 0, go back, do a RAM preview to show you what it looks like. So it does that nice effect, and you could do that in any way you want. How long are we doing on time? I think I'll show you the one last thing, if I can remember how to do it. You get the pen tool, you click there, and then you hold shift, click up, which will make a new layer, then go to stroke, put it to about 7 pixels, so you get this nice little line. Then you go to here, contents, shape, and then stroke, and I like to put it round cap, it rounds the edges off a bit. Then you want to go to this tool here and put trim paths, go into here. This is going to seem stupid, but you drag them all to 0, keyframe them both. What's that on? So if that's on 622, go to 722, and then put them both up to 100. It'll look like it's not doing anything, but we just need to delay the end one, not much, but just enough. You don't want too big of a line, so you do that, so it gives it, wow, whoops, so it gives it this little effect, so like it's shooting out, and then it just fades away. And then you want to click on, and a big part of this is you got to make sure the anchor point, so wherever the anchor point is, why isn't it doing it? If you go to transform, go to anchor point, oh my days, Well, you don't really need to, but anchor point, you need to change it sometimes, because what you do now, you go to the, is it alt click? Yeah, alt click, and then you put in here, you go index star, and then you could put it to about 40, then come off, and then once you duplicate this layer, why ain't it working? Hang on, wait, let me just open one of my other projects. If I go to hang on, I'm just going to pause the video. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that. What was the matter? The anchor point was somewhere else, which I didn't actually know. So if you've got it, what you need to do, hover over this, get your anchor point selector, find it, and then you just need to put it just below there. And then all you need to do after that is Control C, Control V, and it will copy it right next to it. So keep doing that till you get a full circle. So which will be 10 times. And then if you watch it through, I just do that. Don't just want to watch the side bit here. You see it just shoots out like that, and then it just disappears. So you could put this behind this. And now it don't feel like moving. Well, what I was saying, you could put that behind the circle. As the example pops in, you could have that the dashes just come out of nowhere and give it like a little pop animation or something like that. So yeah, this is just my little tutorial, simple tutorial on tips and tricks of making a 2D intro. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and like and favourite this video. It means a lot.